What's up Multiverse, Dr. Dave here, welcome to the Geek Lounge. On today's video we're going to be catching up with my Funko Pop parcels. And as you guys would have seen by the thumbnail and the description, these are all anime themed. Looking off to my right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 animes represented here. Although these figures are actually under the Pop Games line, that probably does give it away. We have 2 of the new Pokemon figures in the latest wave, Arcanine and Glaceon. If you guys wanted to see the back, the other figure that released in this wave was Score Bunny, which I actually got a couple of weeks ago, which is a little weird because I did buy these as a set. But for whatever reason, Pop Culture, where I ordered these from, decided to split the order and sent Score Bunny a few weeks ago. I think it's a little bit weird because surely they paid more in shipping costs, but I don't really care as long as I got the figures, and we do now have this full wave, unless you count the Glaceon flocked, of course, but I don't really care for that too much, or the 10 inches if I'm being perfectly honest. But I do like this pop. Arcanine was always a favourite of mine. 151 is my generation. I have fond memories of it. I pretty much know all 151 Pokemon. Like Gen 2 and 3, I'm fairly knowledgeable, but after that, you know, my knowledge pretty much comes from Pokemon Go, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I'm really glad to get Arcanine. I think they could have done maybe a little bit better with the stripes and the colouring of the body to an extent, but it is otherwise a pretty cool pop, and I do like the fact that we have Growlithe and now his evolutionary form of Arcanine. And speaking of evolutionary forms, or should we say evolutionary forms, man, that's a bit of a mouthful, we have Glaceon here, the ice evolution of Eevee. I think we're now only missing Umbreon, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think they've made all the rest of the figures, and it is coming because there has been the mini one spotted in the new calendar that comes out later this year, or it's already out. It's basically the advent calendar for Christmas. I don't really know what's going on here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It almost looks, there's like some weird mark and then like almost like a highlighter mark on the back of my figure's head. What on earth is going on there? I don't really know. This, I obviously didn't buy this second hand. It's from Pop Culture, but this almost looks like someone's kind of done something to it, right? Very, very weird. But otherwise, the Funko Pop is fairly cool. I still think maybe Sylveon is my favourite, at least in terms of aesthetics of the evolutions, but this one is still fairly cool, and like I said, can't wait till we get Umbreon. The next anime to be represented, guys, is Boruto. We have the AAA anime exclusive glow-in-the-dark Kawaki, and we also have the Entertainment Earth exclusive Sarada with Sharingan, which does also glow in the dark. If you guys wanted to check out the back of the latest wave of figures, I do now have them all except for Boruto and the Baryon Mode Naruto, which still need to come. And what I mean by they still need to come is that I'm still waiting for them to arrive from DJ Collectibles, where I pre-order all of my US stickered exclusive Funko Pops. If you guys check the description below, you will find our affiliate link. If you purchase anything using that affiliate link, you will get 10% off your order. But this Kawaki Pop is very, very cool. I must confess, and I've said this probably a million times on the channel, I still have not watched a single episode of Boruto. I will get round to it eventually. I know they're having the like time skip is coming up very soon, right? I think it's called Blue Vortex. Is that going to be like the Shippuden equivalent of Naruto? But here we have Kawaki. This is a really, like, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly as well, but this is a really, really cool looking pop with the red markings, you know, the earring, the hairstyle, just the clothing. I guess it's like a chakra rod as well, right? Just looks really, really cool. As I said, this does glow in the dark, so does the Sarada figure. We'll check out the glows of both of them in just a second. But just before we get to the glows, let's quickly take a close-up look of Sarada with the Sharingan eyes. With the glasses, I still see this meme quite a lot. Why does she have glasses if she has the famous Sharingan eyes of the Uzumaki clan? I don't know. I haven't seen the show, guys, so I'm not 100% sure. Is this Chidori as well? Like her version of Chidori? I can only assume it is. Like I said, still haven't seen an episode, but I will get to it very, very soon. As we go around the back, we have the Uchiha crest there as well. I guess she's running on grass. That's what I'm assuming, unless there's some other meaning or necessarily what that surface is on the bottom. But she's obviously kind of running and treading forward. I mean, the way her leg is kind of looks like it may break, if you ask me, if someone was to ever kind of stand in this position. But you know what? This Funko Pop still looks very, very cool. It's better than the kind of OG sort of basic style one with the eyes, with the Chidori. I bet the glow looks looks really cool. Let's check those out now. Alrighty then guys, here we go. I imagine it's going to be the markings on Kawaki and then the Sharingan eyes and the Chidori on Sarada. Man, I'm getting some very like Kabuto vibes with the black light on the glasses at the moment, if you guys know what I mean. But let's see then. I know red doesn't hold up too well, but here we go. Boom. Look at that. Yeah, as you can see, Kawaki's glow, it's already disappeared. The Sharingan has lasted a bit longer, at least one of the eyes has. The Chidori doing very well, but as I said, for whatever reason, red never seems to hold as long or does as well as the rest of the colours. You pretty much have to have your torch on there for a very long time for it to then hold for even a decent amount of time. But yeah, I still think they're pretty decent glows, to be honest. And the reason I haven't watched Boruto just yet is because I am devoting all of my time, and have been for quite a long time, to one anime. I normally watch 2 or 3 on the go, but I'm really enjoying this one, so I'm watching tons of it to try and catch up to the current time frame. That probably gives it away a little bit. I am, of course, talking about One Piece. The next 2 figures we have are the Funko Shop exclusive Yamato, both the common and chase editions. And just before I give you guys closer looks at these figures, I did want to say I was not lucky enough to get them from the Funko Europe drop. They sold out before I got through the queue to my checkout. I did pick them up from the second market from a company called Peaky Collectibles. Here is their card. They actually sold the chase and common combo for £100, which I thought was a very, very good deal, because I have seen the Yamato chase go for a lot more than that. We just found one at Comic-Con Manchester. They were selling it for £175. But there is the information for them if you wanted to check them out. They do have a ton of other anime stuff in stock. I did also manage to get the Goldie Roger Wanted poster from them. I do believe it is now sold out. Hopefully that does come very, very soon. And so first up we have the common Yamato, which is without the mask. I don't believe there is any other difference, but we will check out the chase in just a second. Yamato, the son of Kaido, I believe born a girl, but decided that she wanted to be a he. At least that's what I understand from the limited information I've read. I saw a clip just the other day, because I think they've now reached around 1,000 episodes for the dub, right? And they've recently cast the dub voice actress, whose name now escapes me, and I saw kind of Luffy looks her over, or looks him over rather, and says, I thought you said you were the son of Kaido, when obviously the character has all these female features, and then he kind of explains the reasoning by calling himself the son of Kaido. Let's now quickly check out the chase. And as I said guys, the chase comes with a mask, but I do stand corrected on one point. We do actually have a different pose. Even the clothing is different. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure this is from the clip I was talking about, because I assume it's when Yamato first meets Luffy and he actually removes the mask, removes his sleeves, and as I said, he has the womanly features, so Luffy's like, well, why are you calling yourself the son of Kaido? I'm pretty sure that's where both these figures are from, but I could of course be wrong. I guess I'll find out soon enough when I do get to these episodes. But yeah, the hair is much more full here. I guess the hair is actually from the mask, because he has the white hair underneath with kind of like the blue accents from the common, whereas it's just this big kind of, I wouldn't really call it a ball, but you guys know what I mean, this big mass of blue hair at the back. But yeah, just 2 really colourful, very, very cool pops, and I'm very glad to have got them for that £100. As I said, check out Peaky Collectibles. They have other chase bundles, included some of the armoured ones. Yeah, just really happy to get this into the collection, especially because the chase alone is going for over £100 currently. And the next 3 figures, guys, were all released during San Diego Comic-Con. Yes, my SDCC orders have finally arrived. Funko took so long to ship them, and then just before I went away to Comic-Con Manchester, they shipped them, so I delayed them a few more days, but they are finally here, like I said. First up, we have Nozel Silver from Black Clover. You guys did want to check out the back. It is just the older wave of figures, because if you guys weren't aware, the next wave of Black Clover figures are now available for pre-order. We have Black Asta, which looks amazing, Noelle in her Valkyrie armor, which looks amazing. There is also an exclusive for that, which is a diamond glitter version. There is then Yuno with the Spirit of Zephyr. There's a glow-in-the-dark version for that as well, which is a PX Previews exclusive. And we finally have Captain Yami as well. I can't believe we've had other captains before we got to the army, but those are all coming soon. Even then, rumors of the next wave of the likes of Julius Novachrono, Fuegoleon, and a few others. I cannot wait, but we have Nozel Silver to get through first. We're kind of at the back here right now. We've not too much going on, but we do have some of that Mercury magic floating around, I guess providing a barrier or some form of defense for him as we come back round to the front. I just love the design of the character, you know, how the hair comes down, that amulet or whatever it is at the front of the hair. We've got the grimoire there kind of supported as well by some of that Mercury magic. They've just done a really good job with this Nozel figure. To be honest, I've said it quite a lot recently, Funko have been doing an amazing job with all of their anime releases recently, and this is another really cool one. I really love Black Clover. I hope we get more. I hope the show, like the anime, comes back really soon. Yeah, I just really enjoy it. Next one, guys, is a 2-pack. I'm also representing the anime here with my t-shirt. I'm of course talking about Demon Slayer. We have the 2-pack right here of Tanjiro Komodo and Sakonji Urokodoki. And both of these figures are really cool. We'll start with Tanjiro first. He has that, was it a fox mask? I'm trying to think. I actually should have looked this up. It's the mask that Urokodoki gives to all his students. We have the earrings there, which I know have a more like a proper name. I can't really remember what they are off the top of my head, but I guess this is like him training to an extent, right, with the like water breathing technique. It's not the training Funko Pop though where he has the longer hair, because that is still to come out. I guess this is like his first during the like final selection, right? I'm assuming that's kind of what's going on here, but yeah, it's a really cool looking pop. I know there's a few people that have criticized this one, saying they've basically taken the one that already had the fox mask and then the water breathing one, and they've just kind of combined them into another Funko Pop, because like I will definitely agree with the people who say they are milking the Demon Slayer line. They absolutely are with this season 1. There's just been so many, and we're now like so far into the story already, right? When are they going to start making season 2 Funko Pops? I believe it will be quite soon, but like your guess is as good as mine. But I still think this is a really cool looking pop. And then we have this Sakonji Urokodoki. I really struggle with his name for some reason, but I think that is the correct pronunciation. I love the fact that they've made him into a Funko Pop now. There's been rumors for him for like well over a year, and we now finally do have him with his mask, with that long nose. I'm sure there is a more like correct term for the mask, like what it is exactly, especially in Japanese culture. I do apologize that I don't know it. At least I may have, I just don't know it off the top of my head. But as you can see, the band goes round, so we do see his white hair. We have the blue kimono, if that's even the right word as well, with the clouds. Obviously, he's not got his arms in there. They are kind of folded at the front. Yeah, it's just a really cool looking pop. I'm really glad they made it. And I say they're milking the Demon Slayer line, but you know what? As long as they all look really cool, I'm going to buy them all, to be honest. And the final pop to check out, guys, is from Hunter x Hunter. It's a very unique one. I am, of course, talking about Awakened Gon. It's just so weird to say that. Why not Awakening or Awakened? I'm sure they could have fit that in. But look at this box, guys. It is so weird. Let me just grab the Arcanine box. So that's kind of like the difference. If you guys can see, we of course have that hair, but let's actually get it out of the box and take closer looks at it. Yeah, this figure is just crazy. I didn't mention it for Yamato, but we do have him on one of these acrylic bases as well. But I can understand this one because there's probably a lot going on with the hair to support it and whatnot. But it's just so weird. It kind of reminds me of those, well, I'm sure there was a more specific name for them, but they were like trolls, those troll doll things where they had like the matted hair or rooted hair or whatever it's called. I know my sister had a lot of them when we were growing up. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But it's of course when Gon, I guess, awakens. Well, does he really like awaken his true power? I thought the whole thing is that he like almost like siphons his Nen to then grow older, and like he ends up losing the abilities, right? So he can then pretty much beat P2 into a bloody pulp. I'm probably spoiled that for you guys, but come on, it did happen about, man, a long time ago now, right? I really want Hunter x Hunter to come back. It's such an amazing show, world building. It's just I do know the creator does have those health issues, but yeah, I really want that to come back on our screens. I know it's going to be more about Kurapika and Leorio in the next arc anyway, but yeah, back to the figure, guys. Really cool still, very unique, like I said. How the clothes have like shrunk, I guess. I feel, you know what, when I heard they were going to make this, I was like, how on earth are they even going to make this figure look? and I have to say, I think for the most part, they've done a fairly decent job with it, to be honest. It's just a bit crazy looking. Will be really like difficult to display it, I guess. You might have to be a bit creative, but you know what? Otherwise, I think it is pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. And well, there we go, guys. That is me caught up with my Funko Pop parcels, at least for now, and that is therefore going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. What Funko Pops have you guys picked up recently? And as always, we have plenty more content on the way for you guys. More Funko, TCGs, Lego statues, figures, all that jazz we love to play here on the Geek Lounge. I just don't know what is coming next because I did pre-record this video, and by the time you see it, I will be in Canada on holiday, but I do have some Canadian content planned. I do want to go and do some Funko Pop hunting in the various cities that I'm visiting, so make sure you guys stay tuned for all of that and more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very simple. Subscribe, hit click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds!